Hey friends, welcome back to the Declutter Homemaker. I'm really glad you're here. There's something I genuinely love about a home that feels light, not just clean, but light. Like you can breathe a little easier because you're not constantly managing stuff. I used to think I needed better systems, prettier baskets, more energy. I'd keep buying organizers hoping that would fix the mess. But it didn't, because the real problem wasn't storage. It was too much stuff. The truth is, I didn't need more tools. I needed less clutter, less guilt, less of that daily reset feeling where the house never stays clean for long. That shift from doing more to owning less made such a difference. And today I want to share 12 things I stopped buying or started letting go of. Things that quietly changed the way my home feels. And the first one, honestly, it's probably something you're already trying to organize but might not even need in the first place. Let's get into it. Number 1, let's start with something that seems helpful at first but usually makes the mess worse. Buying more storage. You know the drill. Things feel chaotic, so you grab more baskets or boxes hoping a few pretty containers will finally calm the space down. I used to do this constantly. I'd find the perfect bin, tuck everything inside, and breathe a sigh of relief until a week later when the clutter started spilling out again. The truth is, no container can fix having too much stuff. You can't organize your way out of excess. And what looks tidy on the surface can still feel overwhelming when every drawer is packed and every shelf is full. Here's what helped shift things for me. Instead of trying to store everything, I choose one small space like that bottom kitchen drawer that collects takeout menus, expired coupons, and old batteries. I take 5 minutes, no more, and ask myself what's actually useful. Most of the time after clearing it out, there's barely anything left to store. I didn't need a drawer divider. I just needed less stuff in the drawer. When I did this in our kitchen, I found a backup meat thermometer, 3 broken pens, and a pile of charger cables that didn't fit anything we owned. It was the drawer I used the least, and yet it had been quietly bugging me for months. Decluttering it didn't just free up space. It gave me back a little peace every time I opened that drawer. And tomorrow, I'm sharing a short video on 5 places clutter hides in your kitchen and how to reset them in under 15 minutes. If that's something you're dealing with, stay tuned. Now let's move to something that promises to bring order, but often brings guilt instead. Planners. Beautiful ones. Half-used ones. You might already have a few on your desk right now. There's something strangely hopeful about buying a new planner. For a moment, it feels like maybe this time things will finally come together. You'll wake up earlier, you'll meal plan, you'll feel in control again. I used to believe that too until I had a drawer full of barely used planners and still felt like I was always behind. Most of the time, the problem isn't the tool. It's that we're buying a structure for a season of life that hasn't happened yet. We're planning for our ideal week, not our real one. And when that planner sits untouched after a few stressful days, it feels like we've failed. What helped me shift was going back to basics. I stopped buying planners for a while. I used a cheap notebook instead. No categories, no designs, just one messy page a day where I wrote what mattered most. That tiny change took all the pressure away. I didn't feel guilty if I missed a day. I didn't have to fill in the blanks. I just had a space that matched my messy, honest life. One of the biggest gifts of doing that was noticing how much more I actually got done. Not because I had a perfect system, but because I stopped trying to impress myself with one. This next part is about a different kind of pressure, not to be organized, but to get a deal, a discount, a bonus item. The kind that makes us buy more than we need for reasons we don't fully think through. There was a time when I thought I was a genius at finding deals. You know, the kind of shopper who always says I got it on sale with just a little smug energy. But at some point I had to admit, I wasn't saving anything. I was just buying stuff I didn't actually want, just because the price was too good to walk away from. It's like I wasn't shopping for things, I was shopping for bragging rights. Stores are brilliant at this. They make you feel like you're losing money if you don't take the deal. You go in for laundry detergent and come out with a tote bag, a backup set of mugs, and a blanket you didn't even know you needed, all because it was basically free. What changed things for me was this one simple question. Would I want this if it wasn't on sale? And if the answer made me hesitate for even a second, I'd walk away. No deal is worth bringing home more clutter or explaining to your partner why there's a new ceramic owl on the entry table. I remember once I was this close to spending an extra $20 just to qualify for a free candle. Mind you, I already had 6 candles at home, 3 of which I didn't even like. I stopped, looked at my cart, and realized I don't even like the smell of the free one. I put it all back. And honestly, it felt like the most grown-up thing I'd done all week. Here's the thing, good deals aren't always good decisions. And future you doesn't want to declutter another almost free blanket you don't love. So now that we've survived the sale section, let's talk about something even trickier, the cute home decor you didn't plan to buy, but somehow brought home anyway. You know that moment when you're walking through the store, not even shopping for home decor, and then boom, something catches your eye. A tiny ceramic bunny. A framed quote in fancy script. A velvet pumpkin the size of your head. It's adorable. It's seasonal. And it's coming home with you. At least, that's what used to happen to me. I wasn't decorating. I was collecting moments of weakness. What I realized after one too many cute, but now what purchases, is that most of the things I bought on impulse didn't actually fit anywhere. Not in the room, not in the color scheme, and definitely not in my brain when I tried to remember why I even bought it. It was visual clutter pretending to be charm. These days, I give myself one rule: if I can't picture exactly where it will go and what it replaces, I don't buy it. It has to earn its place. That alone has stopped about 90% of my "it's just a small thing" spending. I still love a cozy candle or a cute frame I'm not made of stone. But now, if I really want something, I wait 24 hours. If I still love it the next day and I know where it belongs, I'll go back for it. Most of the time, I don't go back. And that's helped more than just my shelves. My whole home feels calmer, more intentional. There's space to breathe. And somehow that's way prettier than a knickknack ever was. Coming up next, the toy situation. If you have kids or grandkids or nieces and nephews, you already know where this is going. If there's one thing I've learned as a parent, it's that toys multiply when you're not looking. Birthdays, holidays, random visits from sweet grandparents. Suddenly, your living room looks like aisle 5 at a toy store and no one even wants to play with half of it. At first, I thought more toys meant more fun, more learning, more options. But what I saw in real life, the more stuff that was out, the less my kids actually played. They'd get overwhelmed, jump from one thing to another, and never really settle into anything. What helped was a quiet reset. I started with just pulling a few things off the shelf and storing them in a box out of sight. No big announcement, no pressure, and almost immediately playtime got better. My kids got creative again. Blocks turned into castles. Dolls had long, imaginative stories. They weren't bored, they were focused. Now we rotate toys every few weeks. What's out is simple and visible, and if it hasn't been touched in a while, it quietly disappears. No guilt, no lectures, just less noise in every sense of the word. And cleanup, it's faster, easier, and honestly more peaceful. That alone makes the shift worth it. Let's move on to something many of us hold on to with good intentions, but it still quietly clutters up our space. The books we haven't read yet. Books are wonderful until they start to feel like pressure. There was a season in my life when I kept buying books I wanted to read someday. Self-help parenting, decluttering, even a few novels with beautiful covers I never opened. They sat on my shelf for months, sometimes years. And every time I walked past them, I didn't feel inspired. I felt behind. What finally clicked for me was these books I'm not reading aren't helping me, they're haunting me. They became this visual reminder that I didn't have enough time, energy, or focus, that I wasn't learning fast enough, that my life was too busy to become the person I thought I should be. So I made a new rule. I only keep books I'm actively reading, not hope to read, not might read next summer, just what I'm reading now. Everything else goes in a donation box or gets passed to a friend who might actually enjoy it. One time, I cleared off an entire shelf and only kept one book, the one I actually opened every night before bed. The space felt amazing. And more importantly, I felt relief, like I'd stopped pretending to be someone else and just allowed myself to be where I am. We don't have to collect books to be thoughtful. We don't have to finish every book we started. What matters is that our shelves reflect who we are now, not who we feel pressured to become. And speaking of things we tend to collect without noticing, let's talk about mugs. Yes, mugs. Mugs are one of those things that sneak up on you. You don't set out to collect them, but somehow you end up with a cabinet full. One from your old job, one that came with a candle set, one your kid made at school, plus the one you bought just because it had a cute quote on it, even though the handle is awkward and it doesn't fit in the dishwasher. For a while, I thought they didn't count as clutter. They were small, kind of sentimental, and hey, you always need mugs, right? But here's the thing I noticed. I kept reaching for the same two, every morning, one for tea, one for coffee. The others just took up space, made the cabinet harder to close, and occasionally tried to leap out onto the floor when I reached for something in the back. So I did a quick reset. I pulled every mug out onto the counter, chose the ones I actually use and love, and let the rest go. A few I donated. A couple had chips and went straight to the bin. I kept one extra for guests and called it done. Now opening that cabinet feels easy. No clinking chaos, no guilt, just what I need, and a little more breathing room. And that feeling, you'll find it again in the next place we're heading, the workout corner. Or more accurately, the collection of gear we hoped would motivate us. There was a time when I believed the right workout gear would finally get me into a routine. New leggings, the perfect yoga mat, maybe a foam roller that I'd only seen people use on Instagram. It felt like preparation, like I was getting serious. But deep down, I knew the truth. I was procrastinating in disguise. Buying fitness gear gave me the illusion of progress. I felt accomplished just for owning it. But it didn't make me more consistent. The truth is, I had to move my body first with what I had before anything else mattered. So I made a deal with myself. No more workout purchases unless I'd already been showing up for at least 2 weeks using what I had. No fancy app subscriptions, no $80 water bottles. I started with 10-minute walks and a YouTube video in my living room in the same old sweatpants I'd cleaned the house in. And you know what? That worked better than any motivating outfit ever did, because I wasn't waiting to feel ready anymore. I just started. And once the habit was there, I knew what kind of gear actually made sense for my life. The same goes for equipment too. If the treadmill is gathering dust, it's not about discipline, it might just not be the right fit for your season. And that's okay. Next, let's shift from body pressure to wallet pressure. Those loyalty cards and store credit traps that seem harmless but clutter more than just our wallets. It starts out simple. You sign up for a store card to save $10. You accept the loyalty punch card because, hey, one day you might get that free coffee. Before you know it, your wallet's stuffed with plastic and paper promising points, perks, and tiny rewards, and every store is suddenly calling your name. I didn't realize how much space and mental weight those little cards were taking up, until I tried to find my actual debit card one day and had to flip past 5 member-only things I hadn't used in months. But the real cost wasn't clutter. It was behavior. I found myself shopping at places just to use the discount, not because I actually needed anything. That little voice would say, "Well, you have the card, might as well get something." I wasn't saving. I was spending out of habit. Now I only keep what I use regularly and only if it genuinely benefits how I live, not just how I shop. Everything else tossed, deleted, unsubscribed. My wallet is lighter, but more importantly, my decision-making is quieter. No more background noise of sales I didn't need to chase. And speaking of things that feel exciting in the moment, but quietly pile up over time, let's talk about stationery. There's something deeply satisfying about buying new stationery. A fresh notebook, smooth pens in 5 pastel shades, a highlighter set that makes you feel like you're about to color code your whole life. I used to believe that if I just had the right tools, I'd be more organized, more focused, more together. But here's the truth I had to face: no amount of nice pens can fix a distracted brain. I had drawers full of stationery I barely touched, notebooks I was saving for something special, pens I didn't want to waste. And meanwhile, I kept using the same half-dried ballpoint from the kitchen junk drawer. Eventually, I gave myself permission to stop collecting and start using what I already had. I picked 1 notebook, 2 pens I actually liked, and cleared the rest out. Some I gave to a friend who loves journaling. The rest went to donation boxes or recycling. Now, when I sit down to write a list or plan my day, I'm not distracted by options. It's simple, it's quiet, and it actually gets done. From here, we're stepping into the kitchen, but not the obvious stuff. We're talking about the gadgets that promise to save time, but mostly just take up space. Kitchen tools are one of those things that feel helpful in theory. You see a gadget that slices, peels, or stirs something just right and think, this will make dinner so much easier. But here's what I've found: the more gadgets I owned, the less I actually wanted to cook. Because instead of feeling streamlined, the kitchen felt full of single-use tools I barely touched, full of things I had to dig past to find the one spatula I always used. One day, I took everything out of the drawers and put it on the counter. That alone was enough to overwhelm me. Apple corers, avocado slicers, a pasta measurer. I couldn't even remember when I used most of it last. What stayed were the basics: a good knife, 1 solid cutting board, a wooden spoon I've had for years. The rest, gone, and I haven't missed a single item. Now cooking feels easier. Cleaning up takes less time, and I actually enjoy being in the kitchen again. Not because I bought something new, but because I cleared the clutter that was getting in my way. And next, we're heading from drawers to floor space, where bulky furniture often takes up more room than it's worth. For a long time, I thought every corner of my home needed something in it. A side table, a shelf, a chair, even if no one ever sat there. Empty space made me feel like something was missing, like I hadn't finished decorating yet. But really, it was the furniture that didn't belong. I had pieces I kept just because they fit the room. A bench under the window that only collected unfolded laundry. A tiny table beside the couch that held nothing useful, just dust and forgotten mail. And yet, I'd clean around them, organize on them, and feel annoyed every time I looked at them. The shift happened when I gave myself permission to let a space be empty. To remove a piece of furniture and not replace it, just leave it open. Let the room breathe. And the weirdest part, that emptiness never looked unfinished. It looked calm, intentional, like the room finally had space to hold us, not just our stuff. Now, when I rearrange or declutter, I ask, is this piece serving anyone in this season of life? If not, maybe it's okay to let it go, even if it's nice or wasn't cheap. Because sometimes less furniture means more freedom. And after walking through all 12 of these, I hope you're feeling a little more clear, a little more in control, and a lot more ready to claim the space you actually want to live in. Ready for the closing section. That's the list 12 things I stopped buying or finally let go of. And honestly, I haven't missed a single one. Every item you clear out or choose not to bring home is one less thing asking for your attention. One less thing to clean, manage, or silently feel bad about. And over time, those small decisions add up, not to perfection, but to peace. If you're in a season where your home feels heavy or out of sync, I hope you don't feel like you have to fix it all at once. Just choose one item from this list, one drawer, one shelf, one step that makes the next one easier. And if you want a little more help making your home feel calm and manageable, I have a video coming up next where we'll walk through 5 simple reset habits that take 5 minutes or less. You can start anytime, even on your busiest day. If this video helped lighten your load even just a little, I'd love for you to hit like, share it with a friend, or subscribe for more slow and simple ideas that support real life, not just the Instagram version of it. Thanks for being here with me. You deserve a home that gives more than it takes. I'll see you in the next one.